I have not sat down with you guys in so long to talk about music, and I feel like I've been neglecting it. Um, but I think we really need to have a chat about what music has been lately. There has been so many albums that have been released, that have come and gone. Now that is the scoop. Um, And the first album that really comes to mind is Normani's. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. Um, Dopamine was underrated. Dopamine was not given the credit it deserved. And I say that for the simple fact of Normani didn't even promote this album. And I feel like we got the album as fans because she wanted everybody to shut the fuck up. And though it's a good album, there was no promotion behind it. There was no push behind Normani. There was no billboards. There was nothing. Nothing for her. Even now, the album's been out for what, 2 months, three? And there's still not even a music video for this album. We waited so long for Candy Paint. And I feel as if we got the album as like a here, shut up, stop asking me. When in doubt, that's not what we needed. We needed Normani to have her own moment. We needed her to be the star that she is. Now, I feel like she was not given that opportunity. Now, is this because Normani is not a light skinned girl? Is it because she is dark skinned? You know, when you look at Ice Spice and compare Normani to Ice Spice has had so much more success in her career. And Ice Spice's album, yeah, mm-hmm, yeah. So it doesn't make sense. Um, when you look at girls like Victoria Monet, even though she has a lighter skin complexion, Victoria Monet is still seeing more success than Normani is. So does that prevent her from wanting to push her music? Does that prevent her from wanting to even promote the album? You know? Um, and I feel like we pushed for the album so bad that we got it, and now there's no more that we can ask for. I feel like nobody really cared about the album. So, what is the point in continuing to even care about the album or even stream it? Um, like even with all of the albums that came out within this year, you have to look at the sales, the credibility, the charts, the everything. It's there's a lot of pop girls now. You can't just drop an album and think that you are going to win. It doesn't work that way. Even Chloe Bailey, when she released her album, she's struggled. And I don't know why. What is the reason? What make it make sense? Now, I'm not saying that Chloe Bailey had a bad album either, because she didn't. Strawberry Lemonade was that shit. Still Trippin' on Fofo was that shit. Do you understand that? Like, the music is not bad. So what is it? What do these women have to do in order to succeed the success that they deserve? What is it that they need to do to be the next Janet Jackson? Why is it that they have to keep going through these trials and tribulations in order to even get a fucking platform? Why? When Taylor Swift can easily have that platform. Olivia Rodrigo can have that platform. When Sabrina Carpenter can have that platform and have the success that these girls do not. Do you understand the pattern? Do you understand that? It's a pattern. And I'm not saying that it's based off colorism, because it's not. But at the same time, why is it that these girls get more of a push? Why? When Normani's album could outsell all of them. When Chloe Bailey's album could outsell all of them. It does not make sense. Does not make sense. Now that is the scoop. So I talked about Chloe Bailey, and I kind of want to tap into that a little bit more. And honestly, I didn't know that Chloe was releasing an album, and I kind of wish I knew she had, because let me tell you, Chloe Bailey's album is a banger. Now, am I streaming Chloe Bailey's album more than Normani's? I would say I am. I would say I would, because let me tell you, Strawberry Lemonade is my bitch. And the song with Jeremiah, I don't know it right now off the top of my head, but I know it's with Jeremiah. Good song. There's a couple bops off that album. So why wasn't it put mainstream? Why is it that we love to paint Chloe Bailey as like, oh, she doesn't have any talent? She's just nasty. You better put some respect on Chloe's name, because let me tell you, Chloe can dance her fucking ass off. Not that Normani can't, but Chloe has proved to me time and time again that she wants to be on that stage. When has Normani ever proven to us that she wants to be on that stage besides doing Wild Side? Like, come on. Make it make sense. And I feel like even when Chloe released her first album, that first album was fucking amazing. And it still did not receive the same credit. So what's tea? Because it's not bad music. Y'all want her to be the next Beyonce, but you guys haven't even been able to put her in that category. So shut the fuck up. Anyways, the next topic that I want to scoop into is the City Girls. Ooh, yes, the City Girls. So I had watched the interview with Young Miami and Saucy Santana. Now, do I believe her in what she said? Maybe. Because you know what? She may have not known about Diddy. And we're not going to talk about that right now. That's a whole different... that's a whole different thing. So we're just not going to talk about that. But she did talk about the instance with JT. Now hold on. I can understand where Young Miami was coming from, because not only did Young Miami hold it down while JT was in jail, she was selling records, and everybody clowned her for the way she sounded, but she was still selling records. Now that's the scoop. Do you understand that? Like, she was still selling records. She was still making the money while JT was in jail. Now, however, everybody was still rapping JT's verses. Because, she could really have the bars. And I'm not saying that Carisha couldn't rap, but what I'm saying is JT had the bars. She had something. And even Carisha had said she's not a rapper. Now, I feel like she indulged in it because she loved JT. But I feel, this is where JT got me a little upset, because I don't know. At the end of the day, I feel like they had a strong bond. And what may ever have happened between them, I feel like they could have worked it out. Like Young Miami said in the video, you got my number. You could have messaged me. Why we had to take it to the blogs? That's what confuses me. Because if you my homegirl, if we really kicking it like that and you got my number, why you gotta take it to the internet? Why you gotta take it to the blogs? For clout? We don't do that. We don't do that. And I feel like that's where JT fucked up. And I'm gonna call her out on that. You fucked up. Because at the end of the day, Young Miami was still your bitch. However, you wanted to make music. You wanted to be out there. You wanted to be repping JT. And that's fine. That's fine. But never bite the hand that feeds you. Okay? Now. JT's album. Girl. You slid on that bitch. You fucking slid. Okay? Like a motherfucking water. Okay? That's what I was talking about. You was ready. You was ready to be solo. You was ready to be rapping the way you was rapping. And at a point, I can understand where you felt you were being held back. Now, though the album is good, it does good. I'ma say this, and people might be mad, but JT's album might have been better than the whole City Girls. Now that's the scoop. Ooh. And I don't mean to say that to be mean, but I know City Girls was shaky ass music, but JT was really making it. She was making that shit pop. Now, I really do love Carisha though. I'm getting off track here, but I love Carisha. I know she's not really into the music scene, but I am going to say I love what she has done with her brand. I love how she has made it her own and made Risha Roulette, made the podcast, and I love that just because she stopped making music. Hold on, let me scratch that. Just because she stopped making music with JT doesn't mean that she stopped being Carisha. Okay? Okay. Period. Oh. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Everybody's still alive? Everybody's still breathing? Okay. So, the last thing we are gonna talk about today. Yes, I'ma talk about it. Miss Megan Thee Stallion. Girl. I love you, Meg.